Uh, Hello. We are live. Probably. Once again with the completely impromptu stream without any warning. It is my current style. Let's see how long it takes for people to turn up and say hi. Probably seconds, because as of now we are properly live. I did warn my YouTube sponsors that I'd be going live, but I never like to tell everyone else because I'm always worried that it might fall through, because every time I stream I have to start by getting everything set up and making sure it all works, and then seeing if I have enough time left at the end of it. Hello Spartan32, yes, you were the first one on, which is impressive because Brummock was actively refreshing the stream constantly, but hello to Brummock as well. And Mr. MJR Dane Bramage, probably. And Shelby, and Kelly, and 99, and Sandy, and Tyler, and Tim, and Michael, and Necro, and Mario Merc, and Demi. Hello everyone, and welcome to the stream. Seems all is good, everything is running. Do tell me if at any point anything with the stream goes wrong, for example the audio is off, or the video is off, or the stream lag is high, though that's hard to tell because I'm usually responding to comments sent like 10 minutes ago and stuff like that. But my internet has been acting a little bit weird recently. It keeps stopping. Like if I try and watch like a Twitch video, I noticed it would keep freezing for a couple seconds every now and then, so I'm slightly concerned that as we go I'll just randomly cut out. What am I playing tonight? I am playing Factorio, the usual thing that I play. You can hear that music in the background. I thought I'd take a moment to let everyone actually turn up and know that this is happening. Fortunately, I told the YouTube sponsors and multiple of them can't actually make it, alas. But their names are all at the bottom of the screen there. Those are all the people that support me using the YouTube sponsorship thing, which is like Twitch subscription, but the name subscription is already taken by another feature of YouTube because they didn't plan ahead. So it's slightly weird, but it's basically like subscribing on Twitch. It does give you access to the Discord that I have, where I occasionally post random bits of information about what I'm working on, YouTube related or not. Thank you very much for the congratulations on the 4-year anniversary of the channel. Technically I missed it because the date is the 6th of April, and as of now it is 12 past midnight on the 7th of April, so in classic Bentham style we are a day late, even though this is literally live content. I'm good at this, I don't know what you're talking about. Glad to hear that, Zach Messi. It's a wonderful game, I hope you're enjoying it. I have gained much from Factorio, and so I hope that Factorio has gained something from me as well. Alright, we've been going a couple of minutes, things seem to be working. So, there's one fancy thing that I would like to do today. We are going to be playing Factorio shortly, but I wanted to test out a new thing first. So I'm going to press a button and hope this works this time, because it's a little bit finicky. If it isn't late, it isn't Bentham. Words to live by, probably. But let me press this and... Hello everyone! It's my face! I have a face! Did you know I have a face? It's appeared on the channel before, but it was a while back, so people have probably forgotten it. And I do have a lot of Facecam stuff I do off of YouTube. Just not on here so much, but I thought today I would test that sort of thing out. So hello, it's me. This is what I look like. And I am curious as to how many people haven't seen what I look like, because of course a lot of the people who watch me on YouTube don't watch me on Roll For It on Twitch, which is where you can see my face up to 10 hours a week, if you like. Do a lot of stuff on there. It's a face, I know, it's weird. I'm only going to keep this up for so long because I don't like occupying this much of anybody's screen. It's slightly scary, I'm not used to this. I'm used to being in a little corner box out of the way, along with a bunch of other faces to distract you from my face. But at the moment, it's all me. And yes, I have a beard. This is a relatively new edition that I got in January, and I like it so far, so I've kept it. Thank you, oh no, I've never known how to say your name. Panzox? Panzoz? Is it a word, or am I just supposed to say the letters? Panzoz ACV, thank you very much for your YouTube sponsorship. If you go into Discord and you do the integration-y stuff with YouTube and press some buttons, then you will find your way into the Discord server. Best advice I can give you with that. I forget the exact buttons because I did them ages ago when I sponsored AVAC. Brumok, thank you for the $20 super chat. Facecam love. I might experiment with doing more of this, but not in this whole, like, just up here, like, nice and out of the way. One of the corners, you know. Gotta do the the camera tricks. Messing about, just like, what am I doing in here? How do I get out? I look like a Factorio dude. Fair enough. Beard is approved. Yeah, I like the look of it. I think it's neat. Well, when I keep it neat, I've got to work on styling. Just keeping it like not messy. It's a new thing. I look so young. God damn it! That was what the beard was supposed to fix. I'm supposed to not look like I'm 5 years old now. That was what this was for. Oh, I look even younger without the beard. It's the worst. Never fear, for the hero is here. Also makes you feel better. Still on time for the Channelversary where I live. Yeah, that's the thing. It may be past the 6th for me, but it is still the correct day for 11 out of 24 time zones. So that's not too bad. It's a pretty decent number. It totally counts. And, like, basically, the tomorrow doesn't start till, like, 5 AM, right? That's the basis I go off. Though by that logic, I still go to bed on the morning of the day that I wake up, even with the... Yeah, I've not got good sleep patterns, as you may have noticed by the fact that I'm streaming after midnight. I'm starting a stream after midnight. After this stream is over, I'm gonna go watch another stream that's happening afterwards, because my sleep is that ruined. My brain lives on the west coast of the US at this point. It's not great. Yeah, so it's the correct day for a lot of you. Anyone in the US, here's the trick. For everyone who it's not the correct day for, they're asleep. They don't know. So I've tricked them all. You see? Alright, let us do a thing. I'm gonna mess about in Factorio for 2 seconds. I'm gonna load the save that we're gonna be playing in today. Second. Because it's a bit of a big save. There's a lot to process. There we go. And I'm gonna switch us to the game screen so you can see less of this and more of other stuff that is nicer. So, oh, is it? Come on, you can. And there I am. Got it. OBS is a little bit weird with the camera. Actually, no, it's the camera that's weird. It doesn't like to switch scenes, but I've managed it. Okay, yes. So, some of you may recognize this. So let me just shift because my screen's here, so you're going to be seeing this side of me a lot for a while. Damn it, there's still some British people here. I should have left it longer, but wait, no, that wouldn't have worked. No, it never works. But yeah, this save has to be updated for 0.16. Last time this was around was 0.15 early updates. There we go. There's my mouse. So all the terrain has to be changed and a couple of other things like that. We'll close that. And we've got some rocket silos. No one said it yet. I'm waiting for people to be like, I know what that is. You can probably tell now that I've got into the save, but also some of you won't know what it is because it's been that long. Thank you very much to Leadmeister for that YouTube sponsorship. You could do the Discord-y stuff. Go to Discord, integration, log in on YouTube. A button appears, you gotta press it, then you can get in, and I'll say hi. Thank you very much, though. That helps me to maintain a steady rate of income that is much more reliable than ads, as well as much higher than ads, and so allows me to continue to do this and other online things as a job. And there we have it. Yes, this is Railworld. Welcome back. This is essentially episode 106 of Railworld. It is the finale. I've held it off long enough. It's been... hold on. It's been 10 months since the penultimate episode, in which I announced that the next episode will be the finale, and then what I went and did was not do a finale. So this is going to be the finale. We are going to say goodbye properly to Railworld. And yeah, the Railworld series has been going on for most of the channel's existence, on and off. Mostly off. We got over 100 episodes out at a rate of about once a month most of the time. We had a fake finale that was about a third of the way through the actual series, because I changed my mind about ending it, decided to continue it, and had no idea even then how much longer it was going to run for, but eventually it had to come to an end because 0.15 broke the factory. It was a little too much for it. Everything about science changed and stuff like that, and also the throughput of the factory was very small, and there'd been a lot of stuff bolted on, and it had gone through so many updates. I think it started in like 0.10. We're in 0.16 now. It was August of 2014. Yep, 2014 that this series began, when I was much younger, with much lower quality tech, and a much more boring and slightly more northern accent. So, let me see what everyone's been saying in the chat. It's been crazy long. Can I fight Sheepdog and give him some nukes? No, that's not the send-off I'm giving. I am not nuking Railworld. I refuse. Yeah, the battle with the battle for the lake was a good time. Right, so yeah, here we are. This is like an outer base of Railworld. It's Cape Kerbal, what it is, on the north shore of the Great Lake, where we send all of our rocket equipment to assemble and launch rockets. Something we have yet to do, I believe. Actually, no, we've launched one. You can't see it because I've opened it behind my face. I had to pick one corner. I picked the corner that usually doesn't have much in it. We've launched one satellite before, and that's that. And I'm trying to get more made, but it's taken its time. It's gonna be a while, so we can just go off and do something else while this just carries on running. And hopefully by the end of the stream we'll have 3 rockets ready to launch. If not more or less, we'll have to see. Yeah, the Battle of the Lake, that must have been sometime in 2015. Good times. That last mad dash for safety. I was sure I was gonna die. But I survived. So yeah, this is Cape Kerbal. And this is the world. It is a giant lake. I didn't intend to spawn this, but I think I set like bodies of water to large. I'm not sure if it was even the highest setting. And I spawned on the shore of this lake here, and I'm like, oh, it's probably like this big, right? And then I went to explore, and I'm like, wait, no, it just keeps going, and it just keeps going. And I'm like, wait, it just goes off this way here. And then I decided to explore around here. And at one point I got to here and died, and I'm like, we need to do a proper expedition. Loaded myself up with everything I had and just ran the entire length of the lake, destroying biobases as I went. Running out of materials as I went, because it just kept going further and further. I was like, I got to here and I'm like, okay, so I go around here. Nope, nope, I carry on this way. Okay, well now I go around. No, no, it's still going. Okay, now it... Nope. Okay. What? It's going up again. How does... And then about here, I ran out of supplies and just had to make a mad dash for survival to our safety here. And then I built a railway around it, because I'm mad. And then I built a separate factory here that just does all its own stuff, builds more materials for whatever I might need to build around the lake. All entirely self-sufficient, no power lines running to it, just the occasional delivery by train. And then over here I built a base for supplying rocket materials so that we could launch our rockets remotely from here. And this is where we currently are. There's our supply train. Forget what we called that. Does it say? It probably doesn't say. I don't know if it has a name anymore. Oh, the rocket train. That's what I called it, the rocket train. And off that goes to do resupply runs or get murdered by biters. It's pretty 50-50 as to what's going to happen to it. Getting attacked a lot right now. It's a bit of a problem. I do think we might have time today to deal with that problem. One last bit of vengeance against the biters for all their literal years of trouble. How long till the biters stop and destroy a train? Yeah, not long. I've really struggled to keep them at bay in this save. Oh yeah, if we had our own personal sheepdog for this purpose, he would easily clear this all out and have it all very quickly sorted. But it was just all me. You're going to nuclear power those rockets? You can't. I could nuclear power the trains. That'd be fun. Oh yeah, we'd have to set up some stuff for that. I haven't reacted though. The last thing that I did in this save was build a nuclear reactor for it. Because I just had to. Google doesn't let you become a sponsor? Gives you an error code. That's weird. Don't think I can help you there. I guess you just have to look up and see if other people have been having that problem. Maybe you're not in one of the countries it covers, because there's a limited set of countries. There's a fair few of them, but you might be in one that it doesn't cover. YouTube's bad at including all countries in things. For example, YouTube Red has still not actually got to the UK. We don't have it. I can't watch YouTube Red shows, I can't get it and then be free of ads. It's not an option. They never made it available in the UK. It's a fantastic source of income for basically all YouTubers, as this nice little baseline that everyone gets proportional to their channel size. But people in the UK can't actually use YouTube Red. It's really stupid. When can we expect Railworld Season 2? I've been meaning to do that for a very long time. Maybe once the Peach and Sheepdog stuff is completely over, and that's about to be over. The Factorio stuff anyway. Then maybe you'll start to see more Factorio series stuff. Maybe. I've given up promising stuff because I'm not reliable enough for that. I'll give you videos, but who knows what they'll be. I usually get back to stuff eventually. No, you're in Germany and apparently other people have been having this problem. Can't get any help. Yeah, there have been occasional weird things with Germany and YouTube, I think, where they've not been able to do certain things. Why was Red considered a failure? That doesn't make any sense. Like, YouTube Red makes up a decent little chunk of people's income, so surely that's also the case for YouTube. Surely they're making money from that. I don't understand. Oh dear. Right, let's actually go on a bit of an explore then. So here we have all our assembly stuff. I was big on efficiency modules back in this base because everything was solar powered. Now we have nuclear power, I don't bother with these anymore. But yeah, we've got all the machinery for building the rocket components. All of it's running, all of it's well supplied, so that's a good sign for the factory. Taking its time, it's getting there. This one's 2/3 done, this one's 1/5 done. There's a priority on it, so that's good. We might even have some build up by the end of the stream and we can add a couple more rockets to the mix. Got our production of satellites here. So let's grab this one and put it in. Wait, are we allowed to put it in? No. I guess I'm just carrying a satellite now. Okay, and yeah, I cut this off here because making a continuous loop around the lake led to the occasional thing where a train would go, you know what? I want to get from here to here, or whatever. Like from this place to this place. And, you know, this option's currently taken, so let's go all the way around the entire lake to get to there. So I cut it off to stop them doing that. A couple of biter issues here. They're trying to stop the launches. We can't allow it. Do I have a Railworld handy? We just plonk one here, and then that's covered. And they can actually repair the stuff. I'm going to hop over here and I'm going to rebuild the rail and possibly break everything. We shall see. There we go. And hop over, grab a train. Yeah, it's probably legal stuff. It's a shame. Like, I would quite possibly sign up to it if I could. Right, we want to get round to here. We just actually set the station. The station is... Let's go to ARG. We have a station called ARG, which is an emergency station. If I need to get somewhere quick, I just click the top of the list of stations, and I can send a train there. Either one with me in it, or one with some supplies in it. They wanted a much bigger margin than they were able to get. Yeah, but why stop if they're making money? Oh, uh-oh. Okay, a couple of biters angry about me there. It's like, damn it, the thing made a ton of money, but it didn't make a big ton of money. Let's just stop bothering. Yeah, I didn't really flesh out this particular section of the railway. It's not supposed to be running, because basically been decommissioned for a while. This one particular stretch. It's not certified for two-way train travel. If two trains try to come down it from either end, they just meet in the middle and get stuck, so trains aren't supposed to run down it. But this takes us to the midpoint base. And I can't park here, so let me just go manual and I'll just stop here, I guess, and that'll work for the moment. Oh, and we can go explore the midpoint base. Oh, I'm being resupplied with goblins. I don't know what I'm missing, but I'm being given it. What have you missed? Only 20 minutes. Me showing everyone the webcam that I have at the moment. And we're currently in Railworld for one last time. I was originally saying that we might come back to the save one day, but I start to suspect that that's not the case because it's just becoming so outdated. I think I'd only ever turn up to be part of like a tour of old factories. Which I've done before and will probably do again. Yeah, you guys have the right idea of what I'm planning here. I'm not going to end this stream in like half an hour, so we need something to do, and I have a particular project in mind that I feel would be a fitting thing to end on. I dodged it again. I dodged what? What were you saying? Will I ever do a series? I didn't see the question before. I've only just seen it now. Will I ever do a series again with the Massa guys? Nothing's planned. I don't know. We just whenever we've done one, it's just been an on the fly. Hey, let's do this. Depends who's available, who wants to do it. Factorio's getting a bit old. Less people want to do a series on it now. So, I don't know. It all depends. Yeah, here's our smeltery area. There's no smelting. Oh no, there is smelting of copper on site. I forgot. Yeah, copper gets delivered from the mega copper outpost base. One of those words. Just mash them together. That'll work. And got a bunch of logistics-based production because it was easier than doing it any other way. A small bit of a main bus here for a couple things. Rails was important so I could continue the railway because this was built. I got the rails up to here and then I built this and then used the materials from here to continue the rail the rest of the way around. Nice little stop-off point so I didn't have to go all the way back to the main base every time. I could just set up some production here and hop back to this. Mainly I did it just to show that I could. Just for the achievement of it. Like, we ran out of science a long time ago. We ran out of science in episode 30-something. And I continued to 100 and something because I just gave myself other cool projects. I wanted to conquer the lake. And God, that took a while. And then it was just carrying on with various different projects from there. I'm not avoiding questions, I'm just very bad at reading the chat, okay? Like, I glance over and rapidly skim it and look for anything particularly interesting and reply to it, because otherwise I'll just spend the entire time reading through chat. Okay, yeah, so that's pretty much the tour of this. Also made some power stuff so I could make this grid here. The thing's entirely self-sufficient with its own logistics network. We got copper ore being delivered, coal being delivered. Stone being delivered. It's all been used up at the moment. What are we working on? I guess just making vast amounts of concrete. It's just been delivered some, so it's used up the supply of stone in here. And then here was with the mega train parked. You'll see the mega train a little bit later on. Actually, was it parked up at... It was. The mega train's parked here. Yeah, so this is a train for just delivering everything you'd ever need in a factory out into the wilderness. I used this to build the 2 outposts, basically, by delivering all the components I needed entirely within these wagons. A pain to keep operational and keep supplied, but extremely useful once it's running. So we should have taken this on the tour. It does have stops in all the bases, except Megacopper actually doesn't have one there. And also this is supposed to be taking stuff back to the main base, I think. It's delivering concrete and unloading wood back at the other end. That's the idea of it. Yeah, the rocket train unloading all the different components we need, mostly for providing stuff for the rockets, but also a couple of base building components that we needed instead of the mega train, because we didn't need all of the stuff from it. Yeah, it would stop off here and deliver some stuff and get delivered other stuff as particularly needed. And I think we had yeah, our own dedicated iron mine over here for the supply. Defensive lines that didn't work very well because I put the walls in a weird place and couldn't put any gates anywhere for it to work properly. I guess I could have put them here and just not included this corner. Yeah, so its own little base with its own little station and everything. Back before you could put concrete anywhere near water. Water's now shrunk and concrete has been able to go more towards water, so it all looks a bit weird now. Like I'm preserving the shorelines. Right, back into the train we go. Or not. There we are. Everyone's saying, "Thank you very much, Chris." Yeah, Germany's listed in the country, so I don't know, some sort of error that that they've not managed to fix yet, presumably. Okay, cancel this. We want to go to a lot of stations. This wasn't called Railworld for nothing. Most stations available to any game, I think. Where are we going? We want to go to Megacopper. Where is Megacopper? Begins with M, there it is. Oh, we did have a Mega Train stop there, I forgot. Of course, we needed the Mega Train to go there so we could work on projects while we were there. With all the materials from that train. So off we go again. And I will, have a bit of a drink of water. There's no stay hydrated bot on YouTube. We need to work on that. Alright, this journey takes a while, so you can easily, you could have a bathroom break while this thing's going. Living with Biters Total War when? Now you see, that is another one where I sort of resolved it on stream. I mean, there was a stream, it was in the middle of one though, and so people haven't been able to find it. It's not in the playlist, I probably should have thought about that. But I did demonstrate the issue with Living with Biters back in an old stream, where I opened it up and the biters immediately attacked everything and it was a mess and I tried to fight them and got murdered because the biter stuff changed so that they were attacking things more and I couldn't survive anymore in the factory that I had. It'd definitely be an interesting thing to do in the future because now that science doesn't require alien artifacts, you can complete the tech tree without having to fight the biters. And then you can fight the biters. And much more effectively because of weaponry like artillery and stuff like that, so, and nukes as well. So it's an interesting challenge to try, but I'd have to start it from scratch, most likely. And that's a nightmare. Like, does anyone want to watch the whole of Living with Biters again from start to finish? Maybe triple speed. That might work. Maybe on stream. We'll see. So, we're here, but we haven't actually parked, because there is an issue. I spotted this before I started the stream up. You see there's a stopped train here, and we can follow this along. Let's clear this up and then go back to the base so that we can have the factory running. A lot of stopped trains, because this one here has run out of fuel. Don't know why. How are the other ones looking? Oh, that one's fine. This one's fine. Fine. Not at all fine. You're going to Circuit Copper. Is that out of coal? Like, is there a limited coal supply there? Presumably so. Have a stack. Good luck. And we'll see what the problem is over there. Let's just quickly go back into Factorio mode. What's happening here? We got a coal supply? There's coal. Wait, no there isn't here. Why isn't there here? Why isn't it being unloaded? Can coal not be unloaded from engines anymore? Did they change that? That might be a thing. Wait, how is this train getting fueled? I don't know. It's all broken. There's probably multiple trains running out of fuel, so this doesn't work great. Oh, that's my train! Come back! Oh no! There we go, it's parked up where it's supposed to. The rail block is cleared out. And this is the Mega Copper base. The biggest copper deposit I had ever seen up to that point. What is in it now? Well, now it's 2, which is the fun thing. 2.4 million, 1.5 million. In its prime, it was probably something like 9 million or something crazy. But I managed to cut through this, just straight through the middle of it. That was quite a fun thing to do, just to slice through it with miners. Took dozens of episodes to do. But it eventually allowed me to build the railway through the middle of it like I always planned to. I didn't want to... This is the lengths I went to. It's like, I don't want to go round it. I want my lines to be straight. Roman-style building, damn it. You keep going straight till you hit the sea, and then you turn. You do a corner, and then you go straight again till you get where you're going. That sort of thing. Go through a marsh, just build a bridge across the entire marsh. Essentially. That sort of thing. I like the straight line, so I did that. This is a bit of a mess here, because I had to split it into 2 stations to support the throughput of trains. Of course, there's none here right now, because they've all bunched up behind that one that stopped, so it's going to take a minute for them all to get here and get running, but when they do, it'll probably go pretty fast. And this will be alive again. Still not even got miners across the whole of it. But yeah, this is our entire copper supply and has been for a good long while. The jump from 2 times speed to live is weird, yeah. If anyone's just tuned in and want to watch from the beginning, you can do that. On YouTube, if you watch from the beginning, you can watch it in double speed and catch up with the stream while it is still going live, and then transition into normal speed, and everything will be normal. I will sound drunk when you turn up back in normal speed, but that'll just add to the entertainment value, so there's nothing to lose. As long as you start watching it before the halfway point of the stream, you will catch up with it before the end. Living with biters with sheepdog. No! That would go so wrong! One of the important things about living with biters is that if you at any point even accidentally damage a biter, you die. I don't trust sheepdog, either to intentionally or he will either intentionally or unintentionally cause the biter apocalypse in the first episode and all subsequent episodes. So that's probably not a good idea. Would it be sheepdog and I living with biters, or living with biters and sheepdog? Definitely living with biters and sheepdog. Iron chests are indeed heresy. Thank you for affirming that. Good to see you're on my side there. How did I manage to clear out that many bases to spread that far? 106 hour-long episodes. With, like, every other episode having a significant biter murdering sequence where I just spend time going around all the bases and killing all of them with everything I can throw at them, lots of bots and stuff like that. Nowadays, it'll be a piece of cake. There's a load of new weapons I can use that can easily deal with biter bases constantly encroaching. So it'll be a lot easier now. Back then, it was a little bit more of a slog. You caught up exactly as I said that. Perfect. Exactly as I said that I will sound drunk. Wonderful. Sheepdog would freak out trying to live with biters instead of killing them. Okay. Yeah, just living with sheepdog. Forget the biters bit. The important component is the living with sheepdog. To Railworld about Robot World with robots out at the start with cheats or mods. I don't enjoy robots quite as much. They're neat, but having a factory entirely based on them isn't really my sort of thing. Like, it's a cool idea, but I like belts and rails. That's my thing. Right. So there you go. That is the Mega Copper base. We've also got dedicated power supply for it, of course. And thank you, LazyBoyLP, for your YouTube sponsorship. Very much appreciated, thank you very much. If you go to the Discord, you can integrate it with YouTube, and then you can manually join the server and say hi, and I will say hi back, and then you'll have like half an hour warning of a stream starting instead of 0 warning. Because usually I turn up in there like, I'm probably going to stream soon. Thinking of streaming, maybe, probably, we'll see. Just about, like, just before I actually do start. I'm good at this. Okay, let's move on. Let's go to the Mega Copper station, because I know that that's not the Mega Copper, the Mega Train station, because I know that's free. That was the wrong one. Whoops, no, cancel. I want to go to Mega Train. And off we go for the third and final big leg of the journey. Actually, no, there is one more leg after this. We have to go back to Cape Kerbal at the end of it. The YouTube Gaming app fixed it. There you go. Okay, yeah, so YouTube and YouTube Gaming, there's this weird thing where they both exist at the same time. When I stream, I appear in both. There's a sponsor button in there. There is now sometimes also a sponsor button in main YouTube. Sometimes. Not always. I'm not sure. They've started implementing it. I don't know why they didn't implement it before, because why would you have it on one, not the other, when its benefits apply to both? It's a bit weird. The notification for the stream just popped up for you. I've been live for 36 minutes. Get a better notification system. Wait, is it YouTube's inbuilt notification system? That wouldn't surprise me. And here we are in the main base. We'll hop out. Been refueled. A lot of coal that journey used up. I think this was full before. Or maybe it wasn't. Maybe it had one stack. I don't really know. I'm going to steal a stack because I used up one before. Is it just where I park random spare trains that I don't have a use for anymore? Just send them to that place. This is the Mega Train loading area, all logistics based. An unloading thing for the rear wagon. And then the rocket train loading area, which seems to be running okay at the moment. All the belts are full. Very good sign. Belts delivering me random stuff. A lot of activity here. It's a little bit crazy. Look at this. Oh, this is what I made this series for. I mean, not like traffic jams, but a system with just tons of trains running on it. I just love watching all these different trains moving around, all doing the little individual jobs. They're all getting stuck. That's, Yeah, I don't... What is this one even waiting for? Aren't you going here? Oh, but it was being blocked by this. Oh, that's... Yeah, I may need to do some troubleshooting on this. It's perhaps a little bit out of date. Could do with a couple of chain signals. Back when I designed this, chain signals weren't a thing, to be fair. That's the reason they've not been implemented in a lot of places. Advanced notice is overrated. Yeah, I should set up... Like, there's a thing you can do where you can schedule a stream and it appears in people's sub-boxes as, like, there'll be a stream soon. Though it's not very informative, and so people turn up thinking that it's live when it's not, because it doesn't really tell you very well. But you can set up a thing so it appears, and then people can turn up ready for the stream to start. But I'm not reliable enough to do that, because half the time I go, let's stream today, and then I run out of time, and I'm like, let's stream tomorrow. So I don't want to do that, because at some point I'll do that, and then not do the stream, and it'll be really awkward. But I could at least do it like 5 minutes before the start. There we go. Rocket trains arrived, being delivered all the gubbins. I'm ready to go back and set off rocket production once again. How is it going up there at the moment? Many, many miles away. Everything's continuing to run. We've got one more rocket ready. This one's in progress. Can't see how far. Oh no, we can see. It's 41%. Definitely getting there. Very nice. I reckon we might have more like 5 rockets ready by the end of this. So that's pretty neat. But yeah, this is the main station. This one's for loading plastic and solid fuel from the oil outpost. It isn't really that far away to start with. I'm going to go back a bit because we've sort of missed some of the places we were coming through at the start. Might as well start where we arrived. So yeah, this one over here. Some stone there, that's awkward. This is the radar train. What's this for again? I think this is for specifically giving me radar supply. Ah yeah, I remember, because I was using this train to build the radar network that you can't see across the entirety of the southeast of the lake. You can see all the radar outposts, they're just not lit up. We can see them activate. Let me just check. Can I see the solar panel time? No, so I'm just going to wait. Oh no, it's It is coming. Okay, yeah, we're going to watch the radars light up. This is always a cool thing to see. We'll just wait for that to happen. But yeah, there's... Oh, they are starting, I think. A couple of these ones. Yeah, there we go. Let's watch them all slowly flicker on. Commence their scanning for the day as the sun rises and the solar panels activate. And yeah, I use the radar train to just supply myself as I built all of these outposts all around here. That took a while. This is the Railworld map. I started this in August of 2014. Ran a intermittent series for... Well, basically since then up till June of last year when I had the penultimate episode, then never had the finale. So welcome to the finale. It's essentially what this is. But yeah, this save started at 0.10 and it's been through everything up to 0.16 now, but 0.15 broke its back. It'll never jump again, except it has, because we're in 16 now, but it's just stayed broken. You've not seen the beard before, Scourge? Like, my face is not a secret on the internet. I have been using a Facecam in some capacity for over a year. I did a face reveal stream in, like, September, October or something of 2016. And ever since then, I have been on weekly live streams on Roll For It with a Facecam doing tabletop RPGs on Twitch. And I keep telling people about it, and they keep not going, and then they're surprised when they see my face and the beard and all that stuff. Like, they've never had a chance to see it before. My face is, like, is on the internet as much as 10 hours a week. Minimum of 4. It was 10 hours last week. For the next few weeks, it's 6. Goes down to 4 for a while, but then back up to 8 for a bit. There's plenty of me to see. Not that I think you want to, really. But I thought... But people have been asking for a Facecam before, so I thought for this special occasion, I would give you one. Yes, it's closure. Because I'm terrible at that, and I keep ending... This is not the first time I've ended a series on the second to last episode. I don't like doing finales, there's a lot of pressure, you know? I want to do them justice. Sheepdog needs to come into this world and spend 2 hours cleaning house. Oh yeah, he definitely improved the biter situation here. Yeah, the beard's been growing since January, and this is where it's got to so far. I did decide to play, like, Roll For It was off for a few weeks for the first time ever. Actually, no, it had been off for a month when we were doing our big revamp. But oh, there's an autosave. Yeah, Roll For It was off for a few weeks over Christmas, and so I decided to just test out my beard growing capabilities while we were off camera. And at the end of it, I'm like, I'm pretty happy with this, and I kept it for the stream. And then during the break, I completely shaved it off just to mess with people. And so everyone was like, you had a beard a minute ago. What? That was fun. But then everyone was sad it was gone, so I decided to regrow it again. But yeah, this was where I had the Mega Train for a while, but I moved it to the main base because it was easier. I think I needed to give it a little bit more space anyway. So I extended all this out and stuff and added fancy stuff here. And thank you, Jetu Hajis. That's my best guess as to how to pronounce the name. Thank you very much for the 2, I believe, Australian dollars. Yep, let's add some Australian money. Needs more cowbell. I don't have a cowbell, I'm afraid. I have to work on that. I don't know, probably wouldn't probably deafen you if I tried to use a cowbell over this mic. Yeah, let's get into the factory proper. Here's our ore unloading. At one time vastly strained, but nowadays things are fairly quiet. There's not much that the factory is able to do anymore. But it's still busy. It's pretty bustling when it comes to trains. They're just not really unloading anything. Our smelting area downsized because we transferred a lot of our smelting off-site to a dedicated circuit production location, which was a cool project to do. And over here we have What's this one? This is the help train. The idea of this is that if I ever need help, I build a station, I type help, and this train turns up with these materials in it. I was quite proud of this. Never ended up using it, or maybe I used it once. But I like the idea of it. Not even lined up properly anymore because of the changes to train positioning. It's not moved since that happened, so everything's out of position. That's weird. A bit of oil stuff here. Look at this mess, trying to keep our oil supply up. And failing. Over here we've got some bolted on steel smelting. And then some more of it. All just a mess. Our railway that goes straight to the middle of the base crosses over because I accidentally made the main rail system clockwise, and the oil rail system and the base rail system anti-clockwise, so that's awkward. Yeah, I outsourced the smelting. And here we have our old steam engine setup not really working anymore. It's the emergency backup system. If the power dies, then these things slow down and the wood is able to get over the belt. Very low tech. Quite proud of the ridiculousness of that one. Our solar field. Once our entire power supply. Now completely defunct. In fact, disconnected from... Oh, damn it. Disconnected from the network. Also got a whole grid of accumulators over here. But we invented nuclear power, and then we started using that instead. Here's the apple ore. This is a protected site. It's a national park, and so I'm not allowed to mine it, despite it being right next to the main base. That's what I decided. I just decided not to mine it for two reasons. One, it looks like an apple. Very good, important point. Two, it would mean I never needed trains, because 6.3 million copper ore. I would eventually needed it for iron, but I decided to just leave the whole thing, because I thought it was fun. But let's go onwards. Let's actually hop over to the oil outpost for a little bit. Oh, getting stuck here. Had to landfill this. For a very long time I had to deal with not having landfill, and having to just, like, squeeze the railway through this network. It all crosses over because everything's a mess. This loop's just the most ridiculous thing. Bunch of oil pumping over here. We got our refineries. Maximum productivity, still struggling to provide the oil we need. This is currently the limiting factor of the base. I have noticed, however, that there's something gone wrong here. We've got our cracking plants. They're supposed to be fed by these pumps, but the pumps aren't running. Like, activate if light oil less than heavy oil, so that shouldn't be on. Activate if petroleum gas less than light oil should be active. Why is it not active? Don't understand. It's connected to the things. Read contents. Read contents. It's providing a signal. I don't get it. Is it not connected to the right spot? Like, if I just, like, spin this around, is it gonna... I don't know. Something's weird about this. Probably just have to redo the wires, but I can't be bothered. Yeah, there's a bunch of light oil and no petroleum gas, which is a bit awkward. So at some point this is going to die. But as it stands, it's struggling anyway, so... What are people talking about in the chat? Okay, the pumps aren't running because they changed size and are overlapping the pipes. Oh, am I just blind? Oh yeah, it's completely out of position. I'm a derp. Yeah, that's the problem. And it's fixable, but it's awkward, so I'm not going to do it. All these updates, like, it's all just broken. It's all just done. And thank you, Panzox ACV, for 2,500 CLP. Let's see how good is Bentham at recognizing foreign currencies. I have no idea what that is, and I've never seen it before. CLP. What is that? Is that like... Is that like Czech Republic or something? Have I had currency from there before? No, I have, and it wasn't called that, right? You're gonna have to tell me. I've got no idea on this one. CLP. Not a clue. Okay, yeah, so, yeah, this thing's all broken. Productivity everywhere and it's still not enough. I need coal liquefaction to fix this, but it wasn't a thing till updates broke the factory anyway, so this is all just being left to decline and decay. Oh, it's from Chile, okay. Yeah, that's the first time I've had those, and we've had a fair different range of currencies here. We had a currency war at one point where people were just showing off the different currencies and trying to super chat more than each other, so... Yeah, I've not seen that before. Yeah, CZK is Czech Republic. CLP is Chilean. That's how that's said, I don't know. I try, but not very good at guessing pronunciations of things. Even in English, because that's an English pronunciation. I don't know why I'm acting like it's not. Okay, yeah, so here's the main factory. A couple of random bits and bobs bolted on the side here. Get into the proper thing. No circuit production, as you can see. The circuits come from elsewhere. They are delivered from off-site. Advanced circuit production is a mess because there's no plastic coming in. Bit of a nightmare. Apparently everyone's saying it's clappers. They're calling CLP clappers. That is the nickname for that currency. Alex, the Railworld's done. I'm sorry. I know that you want me to fix the things and make it work, but this is the end. I'm afraid. And thank you, Paul Leitner, for your $10 super chat. Schedules are overrated. Absolutely. Who needs those? Who needs to know when people are streaming? It's not like no one's going to be able to turn up and watch if I don't give them any warning about when a stream's happening. That's crazy talk. Yeah, I'm probably going to get a schedule at some point. I'd like to work towards that sort of thing of having a proper system. I mean, I know that I can turn up to places at certain times because they have the roll for it streams that I make on a regular basis, but when it comes to just something entirely within my control, where no one else is relying on me, I'm not very good at setting up a schedule and turning up somewhere on time. Meeting deadlines and things like that. Yeah, there are many things in this factory that needs fixing, and they can only truly be fixed by just tearing down the whole thing and building it again. And so why not just start afresh? That's been my mindset since 0.15 happened. So I had a bit of fun with it, but there's only so far I can go. So you can see everything's just bolted on all over the place, based on old systems that don't work anymore. Old ways of science working, like when I built this, there were 4 kinds of science pack, and they used a completely different set of stuff. And that was a new system. Oil was new when I made this base. It was still, like, a time before oil was still fresh in our minds. There's a rocket. Oh, there's a rocket ready to launch here. Damn, that's a bit of a waste. Bunch of equipment for it as well. Huh. Perhaps we'll launch this before we set off on our journey back north then. Yeah, I can't do schedules if no one's depending on me, basically. So what year will this be coming out? Well, that's the trick. To make sure it came out on vaguely on time, I made it live, so it just happens. But I am a day late. Because the actual 4-year anniversary of the channel was yesterday. But not by most American times, so it totally counts. It's only 1 AM the day after this is supposed to happen, so it totally works. I could promise the internet that I'm going to stream. That'll help. But then I'm worried I'll break the promise. I wouldn't want to do that. Wouldn't be fair. People would be relying on... Well, that's the thing. People would be relying on me. I would be motivated to be more on time. It would help. Yeah, I did pick up that satellite, so I can stick that... Let's just launch it now. Let's go for it. A little bit of a taste of what we'll have at the very end of the stream. And, yeah, launch. There we go. Second rocket launched so far in this save, I do believe. I'll just follow it for a bit, because we can. And off it goes. Over Cape Kerbal. Passes close to there. Yeah, right there. There we go, and that is 2 satellites launched. This might be ready again in a minute. There's already a bunch of materials built up. Oh, but it's full of science packs. Gotta stick them somewhere. like a provider. There we go, then we'll be able to launch the next one if we like. We'll try and get this able to launch another one. Let's grab a bunch of these. And get it being a little bit more productive. And we do have the satellites being made right there, so that totally works. Misshapen bacon. I've not used misshapen before. Actually, that's a good one. It really suits you. Thank you. I think so too. I like it. Promise that I'm going to stream, but don't say when. Interesting idea. If I just have a ballpark like set of days, like at some point soon, within the next 48 hours, I intend to stream, and then people can be ready for it. I mean, they can't be ready constantly for it because you gotta like eat and sleep and go to your day jobs and stuff. But it helps. You know to expect it. You can refresh your notifications and predict that I'll probably, if I say 48 hours, I will stream exactly 48 hours later. Have I seen the bug that allows me to ride rockets? That's not a bug, mate. That's a feature. You don't give the devs enough credit. I very rarely see a bug in this game. They are very good at dealing with them very, very quickly. And something like that, that's not a bug. You put a car in the rocket, and that allows you to sit in the rocket because it contains a car, and then you launch it with you in it, and that's quite fun. It's not a bug. It's just a cool Easter egg they added. That along with what happens when you launch a fish in the rocket. You want to try that. And yeah, I've demonstrated it before. I made you play Factorio, William. That's a good thing, right? Presumably. Whatever happened to Minecraft with EE? We got busy. Mainly EE got busy. He's got a lot on his plate. He's running roll for it. He's now GMing 2 shows a week. And he's got a lot of different streams and stuff going on, so he just hasn't had the time, and it's fallen by the wayside, I'm afraid. Admittedly, I've not done a very good job either, because I haven't uploaded the final episode of the Minecraft stream, of the Minecraft game, the Minecraft series, or the Factorio series with him, because I'm bad at YouTube. Very bad. Yes, the Factorio devs are the best. They are amazing at fixing bugs. Usually, like, they have their standard of stable is insane, because half the time when a new major update comes out, I consider it to be stable as it stands. But they're like, no, we're going to have to make 35 patches before we consider it stable by our standards. God damn it. And they do it. They patch it for months until it is more stable than most fully released games. And that's been their system for quite a while. Yeah, you figured that there were 57 episodes already recorded that will be posted sometime in the 2040s. Yeah, something like that. YouTube is also bad at YouTube, that is true. And thank you very much, Sutaran. Probably. Can I ride the rocket now? Is it ready? It's only halfway there. Well, we want to be working on something else in the meantime, so there's a bit more of the tour to do, but I'd like to get something done first. Because one of the things that 0.16 brought along is going to very much help us in our purpose, in our ability to deal with the biters that are attacking us right now. And there's an issue with that in that we don't have the science. This is all the science that's been implemented since I stopped this series. There's a lot of stuff on here. Do we even... where is it? There it is. Okay, yeah, we can't research that. Like, we don't have high-tech science packs or military science packs. We'll never make those because advanced circuits are dead. And so we face the issue that we had before. So I'm just gonna hop over here. Don't mind me. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm just gonna search for something quickly. Doesn't matter. Not something you guys need to worry about. Because we're gonna do this legitimately. Absolutely, we're gonna do this research. That's totally legit. Definitely going to go through all the research, make the 2000 science packs, and put them into the labs and do all that the time we have. So It's gonna... Hey, see, I should have... Why did I look this up on my other PC? I'm gonna... Hold on. I need to open a thing. We just Factorio on the wiki page that we want, and then we just gotta find the particular section. We gotta copy. I think this is the one. Yeah, copy this. And then we've just got to... How's everyone in chat doing? Waiting for the jump cut. If only I could, but alas, we are live. So it doesn't quite work. Yeah, I mean, maybe you could make a series out of fixing this, but I feel like it'd just get frustrating at a certain point because there's massive throughput issues, like issues with supply of oil and stuff, like... I mean, it could be an interesting project, but I'd just prefer to do something new. Like, at some point you gotta let go. It's been 106 episodes. It's been 106 hours of play. More than that, actually, because of the occasional special. And 4 years, nearly. At some point you gotta let the series fly the nest. So, yeah. Right, so I need to check what research. So it's just called artillery. Nice. Good. Wait, is there another way I can do this that's easier? I don't think so. Okay, let me just... And... Gotta change this. Artillery. Is that how you spell artillery? Let's find out. It'll disable achievements. That's fine. And now we have artillery. Okay, we're back in business. What's everyone been saying? Use artillery as a sign of farewell to this world and onto the next planet. Yeah, that sort of thing. Like, an artillery shell to the face seems like a fitting goodbye to all the biters that I've got to know in my time in Railworld. Make a series out of shipping steam via train. An interesting idea. I mean, in the Ribbon game, I'm going to be shipping water via train, so, you know... Those sorts of crazy things can be done, technically. I decided not to break it entirely. I only researched the tech I needed, not all of them. I mean, who cares about the other stuff? What do we got here? Oh, we got Coverx enrichment. That's really cool. I like that. Personal Roboport 2. The atomic bomb. Oh, maybe I should have just unlocked all technologies. Damn it. Also, it would have been an easier command to put in. Disconnected and all you see is trains. You're not surprised. Really? There aren't that many here. I mean, there's a lot over here. Oh. What did I break? There we go. That train is out of fuel, and that has shut down the entire rail network. Oh dear. Let's fix you. How many trains are in this jam? Hold on, I need to look. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I need to count from one side to the other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14... No, yeah, 13, 14, 15. 15 trains in this particular gridlock. There you go. On your way. Let's see how long this takes to clear out. I could put chain signals here, I know, and make it work better. Literally 2 of them, and this would move a lot quicker. But I like annoying you. And it's the final time we're in this save, so I can't put chain signals in, on principle. Oh no, it was 16 trains. This guy was in the thing. You need oil for artillery. How much oil, though? I might be able to get away with what I have. You need at least the pumps to be fixed. No! I refuse! Yeah, there's a command to unlock all tech. Send the artillery cannon into space. If only I could. Technically I can, but it wouldn't actually have any effect. I really wanted the space platform ending. I wanted them to put that in the game, and I'm sad. And someone needs to mod that in, because it was a really cool idea. Are there any up-to-date guides on trains and laying your first tracks? I mean, I have my tutorials, they are out of date, and so I do need to do something about that. I could definitely do with making a proper up-to-date one, but we're getting close to the full release, so I might wait for that, because that makes a bit of sense. But yeah, the way that rails are built has changed a bit. And I haven't demonstrated the newer system, how to do the curved rails and stuff. But basically, just for a quick live demonstration, place a rail, and then you try to place a rail on a rail with the green thing, and then you can build a track and stuff. And I think you hold down shift, you can extend. Whoops. If you hold down shift when you make the thing, you can extend it. And I didn't do that, and also this is in the way. You get, it's all about shift and clicking on rails with other rails to make curved rails and stuff like that. Hashtag fix the pump. Oh no! I've started something now. Fix the pumps, I will fix plastic, not that much. Yeah, I know I need explosives for the shells. We have explosives. We got a fair bit stored up, I hope. No, we don't. We have 100. Let's get started. What do we need for the artillery shells? We need explosives, explosive cannon shells, and radars. We're not making explosive cannon shells. We're making normal cannon shells. I'm gonna logistics this, because I'm that lazy that I just want to do this. And then a couple of these. Couple of these. In, out, shake it all about. Put that in there. Conflict with productivity, not allowed to. Fair enough. Can I put productivity in these? Yes. How about this? No. It's something. How about this? Yes. Nice. Okay. Copy, paste, copy, paste. These will now be being supplied as long as the stuff is available to supply them. Which I think it is. Find it in a minute. How many bots do we have? 500. Barely any of them are needed for this particular purpose. They're all on their way to start the production. I think we even have radars being made, so that will... Yep, they're being delivered. So we will have the artillery shells being produced. This is going to take some time. We might not have plastic. I'm just going to do this and this. And now we have plastic. Though it is going to be being sent off over there still. We probably still want that. There's probably things that need it. Gonna dump some materials. Help a tiny bit with the production. Alright, we got this going, and actually I can just... I can cut out the middleman here. Because these literally just go to here. The bot's doing that. They've delivered one. It's gonna do that, but that will inevitably result in doom at some point. I could set up wiring for it, but I don't think we're going to need things to work that long. Oh god, fix the pump really took off. Oh, but then it died out, and now I've mentioned it, it's going to come back. Crap. I guess you can still just say Kappa in the chat, and I will imagine Kappa, so it does still work, you know. Even if it's not a thing. Using bots to transport goods, literally 2 tiles. I've put a, you know, that's not so much my thing. It's some people's thing. It's more just a general laziness that works here. Nuke it from orbit, only way to be sure. You help understanding the concepts behind stations and segments and what it takes to synchronize dozens of trains so they don't crash all over. Yes, so in that case, the second part of the tutorial does tell you how signals work. It's all about blocks, and it's really easy to do now because when you mouse over a signal, when I can find one, it should... Oh no, okay, you have to hold the signals. Let me just grab a signal. So I hold this, and it's now showing me the blocks, and if a train approaches, if a train is in a block, then signals leading into it will be red, and then if a train encounters a red signal, it will not continue. So if the blocks are set up correctly, then no two trains can ever occupy the same block, because the signals will stop them from doing so. And there's now this lovely color coding system to show you how that all works. As long as you're holding a signal, so you can see that this is a block, so trains approach here. If anything is in the loop, then they wait before they go in at the red signals before they go, and stuff like that. So that's your basic idea there. Okay, so we have the ammo being made. It's very slow, unfortunately. What can we do about it? How can we speed this up? Speed modules. It looks like, actually. There we go. That was the limiting factor. It's probably gonna... Yeah, it's about to be the explosives, though. So let's swap these out for speed modules to keep this moving. And if only these were slightly different, I could have it just deliver with a long-armed inserter or something. Yeah, my tutorial is out of date, but it gives you the basic idea of how blocks work, which is how actual real-life train blocks work, which is neat. One of the dev commands will always show train blocks. That's neat. Good thing to have. Yeah, so this is what's holding everything up currently. So potentially we could speed that up. Bit awkward. And this might be running down as it stands. Yeah, it's holding up pretty well. Thank you very much, Trooper-ish. I think it's Trooper-ish. Beacons with speed modules. Yes, this is the way. After barely ever using speed modules at all, let's just go mad and use a ton of them. Where... using beacons, even. Where are the beacons? I never know, because I never use them. How many can we cram into this space? Only like 2, I think. But we could try 3. Actually, no, we could probably do 3, right? I don't know. We can get rid of this. We don't need this. I'll just get this out of the way so that we can put more beacons. Okay, there's the one. Put it right over here. Fill it with speed modules. This is the best plan. Why don't I put the game at 1000 times speed? Because the biters will destroy everything I hold dear. Like, I'm surprised that, like, we haven't been murdered by them yet. There have been no attacks apart from that one on Cape Kerbal at the very beginning. More speed. Infinite speed. Is this being... Yeah, it's got effect sources of 5? Why is it 5? Is it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Is that how that... Oh, I need to set up my stuff better. My mouse keeps hitting my monitor and clicking without me meaning to. It's not a very good system. I'm gonna make one more beacon in case we can make space for it. I think we can. We put this one right up here. Whoops, I broke everything. Fixed it. You saw nothing. Speed modules in this. Now it's got 6 effect sources. So yeah, it is like per module and beacon. How it's defined. Then another one here. Even more of this. So this is now going at 350% speed. That's still not really that fast, jeez. Ah well, it'll have to do. This is now missing plastic. Crap. Okay. Output priority right. Look, these things are going mad as well. They don't really need to so much, but whatever. Yeah, so what are we up to? We got like half a chest full. We're getting there. Okay, let's go fix the oil. I'm gonna go fix the oil. You insisted. Mirror Universe Bentham. Yes, of course. That's the truth. I killed Bentham and took his place. Now I'm going through all his old worlds and messing with them. Fixing things that should never be fixed. Okay, copy. Delete. Place. And paste. Except I don't know if that worked. No. Damn it. Paste now. Nope. Oh well. Hold on. Wires. Where are the wires? There they are. Connect that to that to that. Enable if petroleum gas is less than light oil. Now all these are running, and this will occasionally pump when it can. Thank you, Demetrius Kent, for that $5 super chat. Thank you for all the content. Curved swine. Happy Channelversary. Thank you very much. This power pull isn't important. Everything loses power. Yes, this is not the first time it has happened, and it shall not be the last. I would fix this, but it's much more awkward. It can't actually easily be repaired, and there's not much heavy oil anyway, so that's fine. Can I throw together coal liquefaction in like 5 minutes just to get this running a bit quicker? Probably not worth it, is it? Can I put any more productivity modules in anything? Yes, I can. Wait, can I add... Oh, I can add an extra one to all of these. Even more productive. Infinite productivity. Not all updates bring in bad new features. Not all new features break the game. Can I put them in these as well, I wonder? I can! More productivity for the productivity gods! The great gear in the sky. He is appeased. Can I put more speed modules in the pumps, I wonder? No. Yeah, that helps, because it's productivity at every step of the process, so it all adds up. Why does this not have any in it? What's this about? What does this do? Okay, it does make sulfuric acid for somewhere. Don't know where. Uranium? Might be uranium. Wherever it is, it's all being used. What's this for? This is the main base, right? No, this is uranium. Wow, it used up all the sulfuric acid on the uranium? Oh no, it's just that there is barely any sulfuric acid being made. That's the problem. Oh dear. Yeah, very little is actually getting through to this. It's not great. Yeah, that was the most fun I've had in oil forever. Just being like, I can make everything marginally more productive. With minimal work. No piping required. Put beacons and speed modules around the oil. I've already done that to a certain extent. Look at this. 400% there. Where am I? I couldn't see where I was then, so I was about to get hit by a train. I mean, I guess I could add more. Let's add more. Well, what oh no, beacons take advanced circuits. I'm only making the problem worse. You're not convinced that the light to petrol pump is working? It is. There. Wait. It was working a second ago, okay? When petroleum gas is less than light oil, activate. Why isn't it? It's connected. It's reading the contents. Why aren't you working? I've never had this problem before. It doesn't work either way. I don't understand. Is it connected to something else it shouldn't be? Anyone got any ideas? In the meantime, I'll catch up on chat. Pipes are just belts you can't walk over. Lies. Lies and slander. The real way to do oil is to barrel everything as soon as it's made and then send it where it's going and unbarrel it at the other end. Remove the pumps, but then other problems. Some trains are using barrels, I think. Yeah, the oil delivery trains are using barrels because tanks weren't implemented when I made those trains. How much left in the stream? I'm not really sure. I'm just going till I'm done. I usually go for 2 hours, so we've got at least another 40 minutes. It depends when we get to the end of things. Yeah, I don't need long-term management, so we'll just bypass. Turn everything into petroleum gas, it'll get us a little bit more plastic and stuff. Right, we'll have made the beacons now. We'll plonk them down. Get things going just a smidge faster. More speed. Put it anywhere where it can affect like 2 or more. Which is not that many places really. How about here? Yes. No, that doesn't work. And that doesn't work. No, we can't get anything there. Let's wander off and find something else. There is more oil to be made use of. Not get run over by trains. I think we can tank it, but let's not risk it. We can reach 4 here. Why didn't I put one here before? Waste of good oil production time. Is that everything? That was one more. To cover 3 more here. And let's go steal a bunch more materials so I can make more beacons. And I will even request some level 3 speed modules. These are just going to use more advanced circuits and stuff, but it doesn't matter because we've cut off the plastic. No, we haven't. Okay, so the plastic supply is keeping up right now. Well, that's no good. That's now filled, probably. And this is running non-stop. Wow. Actually, perhaps needs to go quicker. I'm not really sure, though. Oh no, we're building up the explosive cannon shell supply in there. Okay, seems like that's done. Next step is to get the actual train made. What are you talking about? Roundabouts in rail networks are the best thing ever. How dare you dishonor roundabouts in this way? I'll be trying out Bob's mods again, Bentham. I have no particular plans to. Those mods are scary. Too many things. Don't like it. I just end up building giant gem sorting machines and not actually doing any, like, factory work. You've seen this before. You've seen what happens when you put me in Bob's mods. I just find a way to make loops be a thing. Yeah, seems like plastic's doing alright now, so that's okay. Okay, let's make a train. Artillery wagon, we need engine units. 64 of them for some reason. I thought we got away from base 2. There's the 1. Do we need anything more than the 1? Probably not. We also need a standard wagon and an engine. We already have an engine, so never mind. And I think that'll be us covered pretty much. Why did I request 20,000? I shouldn't have requested 20,000 of those. This was a mistake. I'm going to put some back. I don't think there are really roundabouts in real life. Everything's just double-headed trains. But that's because trains can't turn sharp corners like they can in Factorio. So, if they could, train loops would totally be more of a thing. As it is, you have turntables, and they're not a thing in this. It's a shame, because it'd be really cool. Okay. So... where do we put this train? I don't really know. Gotta be somewhere out of the way. Just hop down here. How far does logistics cover? Everything we need it to. Right, this station is, I believe, currently unused. Yep. No particular purpose. Use this one. I'm going to give it a purpose. I don't think... yeah, these two are both busy. So, this is artillery... oh, I didn't do it in all caps. I've broken my conventions. Artillery... there we go. Artillery... base. That's probably how you spell artillery. I don't really know. Plonk a train. Plonk a cannon. Plonk a... plonk a wagon. And then we have... requester. That's not a requester. Let's try that again. Requesters. That's the one, I guess. And we fill both with ammo. Get some power. One of these left, so that'll do it. Get some automatic... again, wrong thing. Automatic delivery of coal will be nice. Coal. 150 of it, or 200 I guess. Inserter. Load into there. And then request. Artillery shells. Maximum. Infinite. And let's change the color to... I guess yellow to match the artillery wagon style. That's all green and red. There we go. Lovely. And now we wait. The shells should be on their way. Yeah, they are. We'll start loading in. It's a Bentham. That's a good way of putting it. Hello. I'm up in this corner. Having a face. It's weird. Chain is the best. You can just break the loop into quarters and it works until multiple trains approach at the same time. Well, you can avoid that. You can, well, it'll work well until multiple trains approach at the same time, in which case it will still work fine, I think. You like using that coal for trains? What's wrong with using coal for trains? Does remind me, we do have rocket fuel. That is a thing. We've invented that. We can make rocket fuel. Can we make... oh, we can't make nuclear fuel. Okay, I'll request rocket fuel instead because it makes a fair bit of sense. Cancel. Request. Rocket fuel. In decent quantities. Steal this. No, stop. Stop adding more. No. Oh no. It's a whole other delivery of it. Ah well. It'll work itself out eventually. Thank you for watching himself. Have a nice day. And apparently my name is now BB for Bearded... Bearded Bacon, rather than Bearded Bentham this time. To fit with EE for future Factorio videos. Right, have we managed to get any rocket fuel? No. Is nowhere providing it? Hang on. Run up here and I guess switch it to a provider because I guess it's not. Rocket fuel, yeah, it's just a standard chest. That's no good. Plonk. And now it's all being delivered. Oh, this isn't the place, it's over here. Right, we've managed to get all the coal out. I can just dump this. Getting quite messy in the inventory right now. These can go. I don't need efficiency anymore. Oh, I'm still requesting it. They keep giving it back. Cancel. Whoops. Keep that. You'll probably get rid of it all. Got my power armor right. Oh yeah, the night vision shrunk. Nice. I can make a new battery. But I need batteries for that. That would make sense. You do need batteries for batteries. If you don't have batteries, then you don't have batteries. I think I need 200 of them? No, I need a fraction of that. There we go. Right, how is this going? Wagon's nearly full. This wagon is full. There's a bit more we'd like to have added. Is production stopped? Why is it taking so long? Guess there's a lot of a supply to build up of stuff. Yeah, this is going not non-stop. Being limited by this. And this is being limited just by how fast it is. So let's add more beacons. The beacons are lit. Bentham calls for aid. There we go. Did I pick up a bot there? I don't know. They're all still where they should be. There. More speed. How's it going now? 250% speed. This one is just by association getting a lot of that too. I just love how crazy the animations go when it's going at full pelt. And this is running non-stop. Very nice. And this is keeping up. Do a sheepdog and handcraft it. Handcraft what? These? I can't handcraft these. Are you looking forward to the next Factorio episode? It's not Factorio Slow, it's Factslorio. Gotta get the name right. Yeah, I think that's about right. Dosudro streamcams can make things feel more personal. Always glad to put a face to a voice. It means that you have something in mind when you're hearing me talk, and I like. There are times where I like to look at you and say hi and make faces and stuff. So there's a bit more of me. I don't know. I hope you like it. And you aren't too bothered by the massive red spot on my nose that you probably can't see too much in this, but when it was full screen earlier, it's very obvious. Of course, when it comes around to, like, hey, let's do a webcam thing, it's like, oh, my nose has grown its own nose. Interesting. Then we get a target designator. Oh, that's, like, there you go. That's easy. I wasn't even particularly planning on using it, though. I have issues with it. I think my buttons are set up wrong, so weird stuff happens when I try and actually fire a shot with that thing. Yeah, I don't think we'll need manual targeting. I'm not 18. I'm considerably older than that. I have a master's. I'm at a university. I won't tell you exactly for the moment, but I'm at least that far. I just look like I'm 5 years old. And when I don't have the beard, I look like I'm 2 years old. Either too young or aging well. I like that. I like the sound of that. Okay, right, I think the train's ready. Oh no, there's still more room for ammo. We can have 100 in here. Okay, let's hang around a little bit longer then. Because we want to be fully ready for the attack. But let's see, what's the range? That is the range of the artillery. So that's nice. Definitely achieve something with that. Thing is though, the biters aren't attacking anymore. Look at the pollution. I remember the days when it was out here. When the pollution was across dozens of biter bases and they were attacking constantly. With everything they could, and we had to fight them back all the time. And now look at it. It's just to here. Doesn't even get past the circuit production. Interesting demonstration of how pollution works with water, though. You can see this lovely arc where it goes over the sea, and then as soon as you get to land, it's a lot shorter distance. So yeah, the ocean is not that good at absorbing pollution, as it turns out. I'm glad I got the pronunciation fairly well for your name, Desudro. It's one of those names where at a glance you think it's spelled differently, and you got to look at it and be like, no wait, let's do this properly. So it's the sort of thing that could catch people by surprise. You looked 15 till you turned 45. Something of a bit of a problem. Yes, I'm more in the region of mid-20s. Life expectancy is not that long in Northern England, or was it only Glasgow? You might be thinking of Glasgow. I think it's... life expectancy is pretty okay here. As far as I know, I hope. Alright, is the train ready? Oh, it's three more shells, and then we're good. And we can go off on our journey. Was an update to pollution that did this, or is it because the factory isn't running optimally? I think it's more easily demonstratable this thing because the factory's running at a fairly constant low rate. It's the pollution has drawn back because the factory is basically dead. It's got very little to do now. It's got no science to do. A lot of its other stuff there's nothing to do anymore, so it's just without purpose. It's basically only making advanced circuits now. And the things that use them. Very slowly. Is this rocket not ready yet? No. It's supposed to be Desudro with an apostrophe. Desudro then, or is it still the same? Studio is the oldest person in Glasgow. He's done very well to survive this long. Oh god, nearly got run over. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna do C block. Not a thing that. Like that's one where maybe I'd try offline sometime just for the experience of it. But a series, that thing takes years. Have you ever tried a green run with as much solar power as possible? That is what this run was. I ran entirely off solar power for most of the series. I only just recently added a nuclear reactor because I love them and want them in every factory I have. Yeah, this was the green run. It's really green. Everything has efficiency modules in it to reduce the number of solar panels I would need. And yes, we're at 100 shells, so let us begin our journey, our reign of destruction. I'm going to hop to Copper Outpost 1, I think, to start. A little bit of a risky one. It's been dead for a long time. But there's biters nearby, and we cannot allow it. We have laser turrets on us. Yes, we do. Make a blueprint then. That's good. Okay. This hasn't been a base in a very long time. Alright, we park up. It spots the enemy. There's only the one base. But might as well get rid of it. A nice little slow start. Dosudro. Okay. Yeah, time zones are an awkward thing. Oh. Oh, they went and attacked that. That wasn't the plan. Aha. The outpost stood its ground. Wait. I still hear... Is this... Oh, there he is. I thought it was in the map. Oh, wow. The shotgun. I haven't used that in a while. I thought I was hearing that noise in the map and I was very confused. Okay, onwards to... And outpost 4. Whoops. That's not what I want to do at all. Cancel. Can't. There we go. Name fixed. This is what I want to change. And outpost 4. Off we go. It said no path for a second there. Did you see that? It's a bit weird. I guess it's because I technically renamed the station it was at or something. What's damaged? Wagons. Oh. How? Oh, it must have hit some biters. Whoops. Oh dear. Right, here we are. Oh, we're in a queue. Oh, I need to remember to I can't drag this. I have to just manually click them all. Whoops. Come back. Also begin the destruction. There we go. Can't load it with anything else by accident now. Only the one base in range. Damn. Iron Outpost 2 is going to be fun. What is that? Oh, it's just the coverage thing. Right. Fight is dealt with and they're on their way to where there aren't defences. Whoops. They shall encounter a field of fire. Unless they go past it. God damn it. There we go. Oi! No, you don't. Oh, this doesn't do much damage. Hold on. There we go. Fire! Everything on fire. Burn it all. I got a lot of turrets destroyed there because I had the bots endlessly replacing it while it was on fire. Right, biters here dealt with. We could go further. Let's try this. I don't think the button's going to work properly, but we can try and aim that. Okay, so we give it the order, and then... Okay, just fired the one shot. So I had this weird thing where it kept firing 5 shots every time I gave an order to fire. And I wasn't sure if that was still the case, so it seems to have fixed that now. And I can just order the shots without wasting a bunch of artillery ammo. Where are they going? That's not... It's not where it is. You're going... Oh, there we go. They're going down. Crap. I don't have this well defended. Okay, let's go for this one. Go. What else do we have in range? Oh, a bunch of stuff, actually. We could go nuts. Yeah, whoops. Just, if you got the time, fire at those. Might work. Oh, they've all left. Damn it. Oh, we got some. We did some damage. I don't know what... Some of them are leaving? They've had enough. They're just going off on their own adventure. No, they're coming back. Okay, let's go fight them. Let's just set them all on fire. Let's just set the forest on fire. That'll help. Probably right. Won't possibly go wrong. Yeah, there we go. Easy. Well, it won't cause too much damage. Unless it connects to that. Then it'll cause a lot of damage. you were trying to go to sleep. Said to put YouTube on. And you discovered I was streaming, and now you're not sleeping. That is a problem. Gonna get me to play C block. Not a good idea. Let's fire a couple more shots at these. Might as well give the train something to do, and this will finally rid us of the biter menace that we have faced for so long. Then we can go to Iron Outpost 2 and protect that a little bit better, because there's biters inside the radar range and it's no good. Oh, you've been called Dosudro for 16 years. That's quite a while. Jim Thorne, I've seen him now I can't unsee him. Are you saying that now that you know what I look like, you will always imagine me like this? Sacrifice the trees. Make a Railworld Season 2. Maybe. I don't plan on calling it Railworld if I do, but... Oh, hi there. I wasn't paying attention. There are many biters now. Hello. Good day to you, sirs. Welcome to my base. It is a good base. Please do not touch the exhibits. Oh god, it takes so long to shoot behemoths. Burn him. There we go. Everything's fine. Why are my bots not repairing this? Are they all dead? They might all be dead. No, they're still here. Am I out of repair packs? I might be. No, I'm not. Fixed. And there was also this over here. Bit of a problem. Yeah, we've lost that radar, so that's not great. I'm going to move on, because this base isn't cut out for defense. So, Iron Outpost 2. I guess let's do it properly. Let's do Iron Outpost 2.1. Which is just for, like, visiting trains to park at. Again, no path. Why did it do that? Bit weird, that. What will it take to get me to play Bobs and Angels? No. I'm not even willing to play one of those, never mind both at the same time. Alright, we are parked, and the cannon is ready to go. Only one base in range, so I'll have to go for manual firing for a lot of this. Could go for more Rimworld streams of varying sizes. We've got to finish the one we're doing first. We'll get back to that probably next stream, unless we do something else. A Rails-only game? I don't know about that. Like, having nearly no belts does not seem like a fun prospect to me. There we go. These bases will not be able to pose as a particular threat, because Iron Outpost 2 is an ancient and proud factory. Or base. It has dealt with much worse invasions than these biters could ever throw at it. It has survived the most terrifying of onslaughts, and it has not fallen. Just get all of these queued up. Don't know how many shots we have, but that might be most of them. Yeah, we're halfway through what this has. Let's unload the wagon. We've got 80 shots left. And we'll go watch the biters as they arrived. Hello. Yeah, this base can deal with them. Did I build in... I put some logistics in, but I never finished implementing it, so it's not fully set up, but it's pretty good. Just watch as the artillery shells fly over our heads. Sail out into the wilderness. We can see if anything gets missed. Challenge, inserters only. Yeah, it's just not... It's not... Don't do that. It's not fun. It's just not. Like... Because you're not making... Like, there's some interesting challenges in the fact that inserters have, like, always transport things an odd number of tiles. That adds an interesting element to the challenge. And so something can be done with that, but the main effect that the challenge has on you is it means that you spend all the time you could spend quickly placing belts, slowly placing inserters. And there's no fun in that, it's just awkward. So don't do it. And you just have terrible throughput. That could be a bit of a challenge, but ultimately you're going to be spending so much time laying inserters because you can't make belts, and very little time actually doing interesting stuff unique to the challenge that actually poses something interesting. There's serious talk on like Factorio challenges with Bentham for a second. All inserters is not fun. Why are people shocked at the Facecam? I've been on camera for over a year and a half, since October or September 2016, weekly on Roll For It on Twitch. If you wanted to see my face, it was there the whole time. You missed it, you can go back, you can watch the entire beard progression from start to finish, if you so wish. Literally, you can see it the moment it was shaved, because I shaved it mid-episode for the fun of it. To mess with people. Uh-oh, we're starting to suffer over here. But yeah, my face has been available on the internet for a while. And yet none of you are watching Roll For It, and you should, because it's great. Because I'm in it. Okay, so Desudro got your name from putting your name into a translator for a certain language. In a certain game. That's neat. When do we get towns again? I keep planning on doing it, and I keep not doing it. Maybe, at some point. We'll see. Shame we don't have underground rails. It'd be... How would that even work? Be neat, but how would it work? Oops, I don't want to do that. Has that popped up since I did all the destruction? It looks like it, because they're all huddled around their spawners. Huh. That's the thing. This, like, artillery is perfect for this map, because I could have an artillery train loaded with ammo that just goes between all my outposts, artilleries anything that needs to, drops off ammo and repair packs for anything that needs it, and the bases will deal with the biters. And I could just have this cycle around all of the bases and keep them defended from biter attacks. It's just a shame that when this perfect feature for it finally turns up, it's a little bit too late for Railworld. Does Roll For It have an archive on YouTube? Yes, they do. For a very long time, we've been uploading every single episode onto YouTube 24 hours after it goes live. And so, if you so wish, you can go to youtube.com/rollforit, presumably, and watch all the streams. I'm in all of them, nearly. Like 98% of them. They are between... some of them are 2 hours long, most of them are 4 hours long. Let us go on to our next target. We're going to loop back now. We're going to go... Actually, we're going to park this back up in the artillery place so we can do a reload. We'll do one last little explorer place. I'm actually going to hop out here. Because this was our main iron supply for a good long while. Iron Outpost 2, also known as Isengard. Up there we've got a new iron deposit that we've got running. We've got some oil here being barreled and delivered because when I made this, fluid wagons weren't a thing. Uranium here, recent addition of course. Delivering to our nuclear reactor down here, my standard design. Still building up a supply. Taking a while. Slightly worrying, but it seems to be holding together, so should be fine. And yeah, we've got this entire rail loop of loops within loops, going round. There is something would like to point out. So let me see. Yeah, I guess just like, okay, so here, just say here we have a loop. And this loop is inside a much bigger loop. And this loop is inside a much bigger loop. And that makes me very happy because loops are my thing. And loop-based rail systems are great. And the more loops I can have it nested inside other loops, the more angry I can make people who don't like loops. I know, hashtag bring Dark Heresy back. My first Roll For It series back in the day. My voice is in contrast to my youthful looks. Throat's getting a bit sore at this point. We've been going for 2 hours pretty much, so it gets to that. Should you feel bad that Bentham equals Factorio for you? What is Roll For It? It's the other thing I do! At this point I put a lot more time into Roll For It than I do YouTube, I must admit. And it pays better because it's Patreon based, so we actually get decent amounts of earnings, which is neat. It's a tabletop RPG role-playing stream. Runs multiple times a week. We have multiple series ongoing in which we play Dungeons and Dragons and other games of that ilk, like Dark Heresy, which is set in the 40k universe. We played Shadowrun in the past, which is based in cyberpunk future with magic. I'm gonna catch this train. Oh, there we go. Carefully honed skill. Been run over by many trains in my time. Trying to do that trick. Other games like that, we've got Stars and Outnumber, which is a sci-fi RPG that we've done. Our current flagship show is Layla the Vampire Slayer Season 2, which is an alternate universe where instead of Buffy becoming a vampire slayer, some girl called Layla did, and I play a nerd called Rob who makes super science inventions that are slightly magical to solve the problems of being constantly attacked by vampires and demons and stuff like that, and it's the best show ever, and it's great. And you should watch it. We've done the entire first season, we're on to the second. All sorts of stuff like that. Go check it out, it's really cool. Tabletop RPG shows are really cool. When I post the links, okay, I'll post the links. I'm very tempted to post the "Let me Google that for you" link, but I will give the actual link. Okay, Roll For It, Twitch. This link probably won't work because YouTube hates links to places that aren't YouTube. And the Roll For It YouTube. Just doing this midstream because y'all can't Google stuff yourselves. There you go, you good now? Thanks for watching, Desudro. Probably be ending soon anyway. It's not a Rickroll, it's a channel link. It's not how that works. Yes, Rob may or may not be Iron Man. It is as yet undetermined. Also, it's set in 1998. With all the fun, old-fashioned tech stuff you get with that. Right, I'm guessing, yeah, this is completely ready for another run. But I wanted to show you my circuit production, because this is a neat thing that ended up happening in the factory. That there just simply wasn't space to continue the circuit production I had, and I didn't have the throughput to maintain the sort of supply I needed. So I just outsourced to another base. And here's the circuit base. Entirely dedicated to receiving ore and delivering circuits, and also some iron because we needed extra in the main base. And this train goes over and delivers to the base in 2 locations. So first of all, it goes to here, unloads here into the middle of the line, because we needed extra throughput at the time. We don't anymore, because everything's shut down pretty much and very dead. Yeah, the roll for it link to Twitch, like, I think it's a deliberate thing by YouTube to mess with links, is if you link something, if you link to Twitch and post it in a YouTube live chat, then it messes with it so that it doesn't properly bring you to the stream. Which is just such an underhanded thing to do. There's even a thing where, like, they don't let you show Patreon links in all locations or something like that. Like, how dare you be funded by an outside source? You must live off our meager ad revenue. I don't even understand it. It doesn't make any sense. So yeah, there's our circuit outpost. Just had to build a new one for it. And this is now small fry compared to what I usually make. Nowadays it's crazy. That's one of the reasons I wanted to restart, is because I was building such bigger factories nowadays. The throughput that this Railworld factory could manage was really terrible. And like, there's only so much you can bootstrap it to work better in hindsight. I'd rather just start from the beginning. Okay, we're gonna go to Mega Copper. Mega Copper. Mega Train. To keep out the way of the supply trains, which are probably all run out of power again, because I'm pretty sure that they don't have a method of getting fuel right now. It's 4:07 AM, you should probably go to sleep now, Gamma Ray. Fair enough. I'll be ending soon. Oh, was that one of the stop trains? Oh dear. Oh dear. Hold on, I'm gonna cheat. Bots, build that for me. Is that out of range? Is it just out of range? I'm not actually able to check. Wait, if I do... Hold on, if I... Wait. Yeah, it's just out of range. I'll just keep ordering them slightly closer till it works. Right, is that enough for this train to move out the way? No. Right. And hop back in before this can... Oh, god damn it. Okay, that's not quite what I was going for. Right, just manually drive it. And on we go. Yeah, once you follow the link, just delete the crap that it adds on to the end of the link, and then it will function properly. Oh, we're going nice and fast thanks to the rocket fuel. Too bad I didn't use the Facecam in the Factorio with Peach and Sheepdog series. That would have been epic. I'll be honest. Part of the reason I'm doing this is because there were so many times in the Peach and Sheepdog series where I'm like, this is the perfect moment to look at the camera in, like, despair. Or whatever. Like, there've been many times in that series where I've gone like, there is no verbal reaction to properly express my feelings right now. I need a camera for this. So this is part of that. I'm testing this out to see how it works, and then potentially do it in future. Exclusively when working with Peachy and Sheepdog. Alright, let's murder these biters because we can. And they're gonna murder this outpost. Whoops. Ah well. Anything else in range? I think as well you can get research to extend the range of the artillery so that you can have the automated murdering extend further out. It's just nothing happening here anymore. It's all just dead. There we go. Oh, we missed one. We missed a bit. Hold on. Where's the controller gone? There it is. Boop. Oh, they've gone this way. Oh, that's dangerous. Might start messing with rails. I said they're coming straight for the train. Crap. Enter. There we go. Forgot that enter was the button to exit. It's a fair mistake to make, I feel. Hold on. Go right here, and I will burn everything. No, don't stand on the rails. That means I have to burn the rails to kill you. Oh, precision flamethrowing there. Look at that. Nice. Okay. On we go. On to... midpoint. Mega midpoint. Go to. Time passed. I've ended up with that window up in the top there. I need to fix that. Down here. Like, just there. There is fine. I get where you're coming from when you say that Sheepdog sounds like Robert Webb. There's a definite similarity in voice there. And yeah, he doesn't look anything like Robert Webb, so... if you don't want to ruin the illusion, then don't see his face. I don't know how, like, where his face is, so I don't know how you can avoid it, but... he's got a giant beard, so he doesn't look anything like Robert Webb. And considering that your name is Digby C. Caesar, I imagine that you particularly would like to keep the illusion up of them being the same person. The enter key should be renamed to the next key, did you say? Or, oh no, to the exit key. I thought you said next. Why did I think you said next? But I'm thinking that renaming enter to next wouldn't be a terrible idea. There'd be no point. It'd have ruined so many things. But if there's anything you could change the name to, that wouldn't be too much of a problem. Right, let's see who we're murdering. 2 bases in range here, but one of them only partially. Then we'll go out to here and we'll finally deal with this mess. And then it'll be the end. Because we're past 2 hours now. Getting late. Be time to go soon. Nope, it stopped for a while and then it started again with the firing. I guess to reposition to aim at that particular base. I took a bit of damage there, but we have an automated system here to repair it, but not to resupply it. So this ammo might run out in a second. That's fine, we got backup lasers, they'll be fine. It's not like an entirely laser-based defense is a very terrible idea when you've got an entirely solar-powered system. I think I may have a case of dyslexia? How so? What was I reading wrong? His name's definitely Digby C. Caesar. Oh, about the exit next thing, I see. Yeah, that makes sense. Exit and next are similar only in their content letters and most definitely not in the order. Okay. So... that's that done. What else is there? I'm just going to move on. Let's go to the next. Let's waste no time. We know what we're here for. A wrath for ruin and the world's ending. Where am I looking? Cape Kerbal. Begins with C. That station's actually full. Different one. Cape Kerbal 1? Try that one. Why didn't... Cape Kerbal 1? Why is this up here again? Time passed. Off we go. I read what you just said last wrong. Oh, the thing about it. Yeah, the exit next thing. And, Black Bandit L? I don't know what... is it... are they I's or L's on the... I don't know. Black Bandit whatever. Black Bandit 2, probably. Thank you very much for that £50 super chat. Just because you're awesome, found you through Factorio, grown to love you through Roll For It. Robert needs to go see Janet this week. P.S. Goatee definitely suits you. Thank you very much. Oh crap, biters! Keep moving. You can do it, train. Just push through. Everything's fine. It's all fine. Everything's fine. It's okay. We made it. It's all okay. Now let's murder them. Whoops. Also, this is the wrong station. Oh, because you said List Dexia, you sneaky bugger. That was on purpose, wasn't it? Okay, we can deal with this base that's been plaguing this town forever. But yes, thank you very much, Black Bandit, for that. That's crazy. That's quite a lot. That might be the most I've ever received at once. And I'm glad you're enjoying all the stuff that I'm doing. Including growing a beard. Yeah, that's very much appreciated, because that, as I've said before, but it's the basic fact of this is that the monetary support from all of you guys is what allows me to continue to do this as a job. The managing of Roll For It and the YouTubing and the streaming, and leads me in a direction of being able to do more of this and be more reliable with my videos. As much as I joke about being slow and unreliable, I do hope that I can move towards being better at delivering you videos on a regular basis and streams. That's what I'm trying to get into the swing of here with doing these streams, is getting used to that to the point where I feel like I can set a set point and be like, okay, every week on this date at this time I am streaming, and then I can deliver you more regular videos and stuff like that. And thank you very much, Liam Daly, for that that $10 super chat. Oh crap, biters! We can fire the coins at the biters high velocity to defeat them. But yeah, we've cleared out that base and all the ones particularly near. If they try and colonize towards us, we'll have something to say about that. Where is the rocket train? It should be back by now, right? I wonder what it's doing. It's only a matter of time before it gets caught in a traffic jam or something. Oh, there it is. It's on its way. So we do need to move this train to Cape Kerbal 2. And that might allow it to do some more shooting, I think. Maybe. Right on the edge. Nah, it's not firing. Okay. Hello, Paradisu. Bad timing. I'm about to finish. We have done a tour of Railworld. We've made the artillery train so we could murder a couple of biters as a farewell message to them. And we're back now where we began, in Cape Kerbal, north of the lake. Built out here just to prove that I could. It looks like we can actually make 1 or 2 more rockets. I'm going to do that. Let's steal this and stick it in here and get this being loaded. So let's just use the stack inserters. It's what we've been doing so far. Run this belt round. Oops. Down to there. And some power to it. Whoops. Again, I hit my mouse against my monitor, but it built a substation for me, so that works. Thank you very much, Hanzox ACV. Am I saying your name right? My best guess. Are we going to do any more Factorio towns? It's the plan. It's been the plan for a while. I'm bad at this, but I'm hoping to get more time soon to work more and that sort of thing. Black Bandit the Second. There we go. Oh, and you're Lone Lurker. I've seen your name before. That rings a bell. Right, how's this running? Slowly but surely. We can help this. in our brand new fun way that I've suddenly adopted after years of refusing. Oh, wrong kind. Let's dump all these in here. And go. Much better. Now it's waiting on the stack inserters to load it quick enough. Should we can move this up to blue. That won't really work, but it'll make me feel better. We only have like a stack of this, so it seems sort of like it's working. And another way we can help. One more. And another stack inserter, and then they're alternating between the two things they need to. And getting it going quicker. And we'll see how many more rockets we can have ready with this. Possibly not many. Yeah, it's all running out already. In fact, we might not even get this after all that. Thank you very much, Mini Betrayal, for those 20 Australian dollars. Need sleep now, but thanks for Railworld closure. I do occasionally have good ideas. Yeah, that's the thing, actually. I wasn't actually 100% sure what I was doing today, and I was mentioning to the sponsors in the Discord that I was going to be doing something, probably with Facecam, not sure exactly what yet, maybe just a new map. And they said, why not do Railworld? And I'm like, oh yeah. I could finish Railworld. I could finally give people some closure on that, and so that's what I ended up doing. So it was Mini Betrayal's idea. You can thank them for planting that seed and getting this in play, getting this made. We're actually struggling with rocket fuel as much as anything else. But thank you, Panzox ACV, for another 2,500 CLP. Which I now know are from Chile. I don't think there's a right way of pronouncing my nickname in English. Fair enough. I guess I'm doing the best that can be done. Considering. X's are weird. How, like, sometimes they're like Z, and sometimes they're S, and sometimes they're like Ch. It's like, how does anyone know how to pronounce X's ever? Such a weird letter. Keep stealing the sounds from other letters. Thank you very much, MJR Dane Bramage. Your name's something like that. I have an odd number of underground belts. Oh god, no, I do. Oh, this is the worst. I would destroy it, but there's surely another odd number somewhere, and that's where the problem's coming from. So if I destroy it, I may actually be making things worse by disrupting the global balance of underground belts. So I'm going to play it safe and not destroy it yet. Yes, this is me finishing a series. And I haven't done that in a long time. I finished the original Factorio series before Railworld. I tried and sort of gave a bit of closure on Living with Biters in a stream. I'm finishing this now. I've never finished Towns. That's supposed to be continuing. All the multiplayer series have ended properly, except the one with EE, but that's on a possibly temporary hiatus, so there's still time for that. And the Peach and Sheepdog one is supposed to be ending with some closure, but for that I need a powerful Factorio server, and I have a guy, and we're just working stuff out at the moment as to how we have that working. And that won't be streamed, unfortunately, because that would mean that the Twitch assassins are sent after Peachy and he is murdered for breaking the contract by appearing on a different platform. But it'll be streamed on Peachy's channel when that does happen, at some point, most likely on a Wednesday. Short for Major. Okay, so Major Dane Bramage. I see what you're going for now. I wondered before if there was a spoonerism involved. Oh, yeah, I finished No Crafting Challenge. Yeah, I ended that one. And of course, the annoying thing about that is I did that whole thing, I did the whole No Crafting Challenge, and then after I finished it, they brought out achievements for doing it. I have since, offline, done an entire playthrough with the no crafting challenge so that I could have that achievement on Steam, because I have to, I have to be seen to be getting those achievements. I have standards to maintain. I'm supposed to be a big Factorio guy. It's supposed to be my thing. I need to have those achievements, so I've been going through and unlocking some of them recently to make my Steam not look quite so bad. And I've been playing on my Steam copy so that those numbers actually count up, because it was awkward when I made the tutorial for how to update Factorio, and someone was laughing in the comments because I had a playtime of 10 minutes. When, of course, it was because I had literally over 1,000 hours out of Steam. But, of course, it's not counted. I could just keep destroying the odd underground belts, I suppose. How close are we to finishing this? We're at 81%, come on. Can we speed this up? Yes. Yes, we can. Okay. Ludicrous speed. Just one on each. See how the power system fares. We're immediately using all power. Oh wait, no, it's because the accumulators are charging. Wait, no, the accumulators are draining. Okay, so there's a bit of a power issue now. Hold on, we can try and do something about this. Okay. My old blueprint book. There we go, we can start placing more of these somewhere. Not actually sure where, we need landfill. Okay, I'm going to take these back out. This didn't work, the plan didn't work. We're just using up all the power that we can't afford to use. Put these back in. And now the accumulators can actually fill up. They're taking their time though. Like, it should be fixed now. Is this using up power? Oh yeah, I put these in! Whoops! Get rid of the beacons. Oh god, they've been using so much power. I forgot. Oh, I'm a derp. I'm such a derp. Okay, we can have some of these in here. Like, how's the power doing now? Now it's going up pretty quick. Oh, but we're going into nighttime. Damn it. Okay, we'll wait. Like, I can't build more power stuff. You know what? We probably have enough time while this goes on to hop in this train and make our way... Send this to, like, spare train. Let's go launch the rocket back home. It's probably ready by now. I should probably check that before I go, because I totally can do that. Where are you? 84%. Okay, maybe not. This was a bad plan. And I've missed the loop, so I can't turn around. Okay. Oh. It just stopped dead. That was a bit weird. Okay, Cape Kerbal 2. Go back round. This is going to take a while, so let's read the chat. There you go. That was a way of using time. Because I know to save. Ah, you know what I've done? I've overwritten the Factorio autosave now. I should have saved that. Then again, I saved the game pretty much straight after that, so. Oh, there's damage happening. Uh-oh. Oh, they're breaking through the lines over at Cape Kerbal. But we killed them all. Oh, hello. Oh, the train moved up, so it's been able to fire a couple more biters, but those attacks came from over there, so... I don't know. Lucian's not even reaching that far. Yeah, you've... The Satnav's gone, turn around when possible, and now we're like, it's not possible! The road just keeps going! Oh god! And in the passenger seat, you've got someone going, you see, you should have just done a 3-point turn back at that junction. It's like, I was looking for a better turning point. I thought there'd be one soon. Go for a nice cruise around the lake. Yeah. I didn't finish the Long Dark playthrough. No. That one just went out with a whimper, I'm afraid. I just had a really boring episode coming up, and I was like, this is going to be so dull for everyone watching, I don't even want to do it. It was going to be an episode of inventory management and preparing for an expedition, and I wasn't motivated to do it, I didn't feel like people would want to watch it, and it wasn't an edited series, maybe I should have made it one. But back then I didn't edit anything. Nowadays I'm looking into editing. I should have proper editing software. And I have Vegas because Humble randomly offered it for like £10 instead of the 300 or whatever it is. I don't know if it was 10, it might have been £20. But it's like, hey, why don't you have like 1 year out of like something like 6 different pieces of 1 year out of date software that usually costs multiple hundreds of pounds a piece for a couple, like for 20 quid. It's like, I'll have that. Sure, any one of those is vastly worth that amount. And also I get all the others too. And so I got it just to get Vegas. And now I can edit in Vegas, and it's great. Except you can't edit times properly. If I want to make an episode 3 times, like if I want to do a 3 times speed thing, I have to manually move along the timeline the end of the video till it's about a third, and I don't like that. Whereas previously I could just be like, make it times 3 speed, and it would make it times 3 speed. And Vegas doesn't seem to do that. It's annoying, but I can work around that. So maybe more towns soon, more fancy edited. Audio sounds a bit different, but it's fine. Alright, we're back from doing nothing but turn around, and now it's ready. Also, I've realised I should probably have been gathering the satellites, because now it's going to take a while for this to be ready. Hold on, let's speed up the process a bit. There we go. Full of fast belts on the end, I think, do speed it up slightly. Because they build up while it's away placing the stuff. So that sort of works. Why don't I have a bowler? I do. But you can't really wear it on a headset. Doesn't really, it looks a bit silly. But of course I have a bowler. How could I not have a bowler? It'd be a crime to have that as part of my logo and not actually have one of those hats. Alright, we've got to gather, I think just 3 of these, so 1 more and we're good. Where am I streaming at? A kitchen? These are just cupboards. Like, they're a bit more reflective than I'd like, because it means that having them as a backdrop means you can, to a certain degree, see a reflection of everything else, which is not the point. This is... Oh, we've just run out of materials, so I hope we don't need an extra satellite, because that'll be awkward. We do. Crap. We need 1 more. Oh, it's only accumulators we need, actually, and they're being delivered right now. Never mind, I panicked, but it's still full of materials. It's just the belt that's empty. Sure, I could get a headset that's compatible with my hat. I imagine. I could have earbuds and stuff. There we go. This is done. And I wish I'd made these in a 2x2 square. I mean, there was originally the idea to make this be like 9x9. I was going to continue the series longer, but 0.15 broke it. And I'm like, we're done. We have to be done now. This far and no further. And here we are. So, I'm not launching a fish. I already have... I've done that before. I have the achievement. I've launched a fish. I've launched a car with me in it. You've seen this happen in the Peach and Sheepdog series. Go watch that. Okay, so... yeah, this is it. This is the end of Railworld. We are here. We have arrived. It has been 106 hour-long episodes. I think the 100th episode special was counted as one of those. And there was the 2 or so hours special of the lake assault. Ultimately, we are currently at this very moment at something like 109.5 hours of the save. And this is where we get off. This is our stop. So we'll launch these, and then we'll be done. And originally, when I was planning this out, I was like, we need a big finale. We need a big send-off for Railworld, because it's been going for so long. It was a channel-defining series for a very long time, and it's a lot of where I got started with all my YouTubing entirely. Like, this is the thing, the only reason I'm here is because 1 week into doing YouTube, I discovered Factorio, and also discovered biters. What? Where is that? That's an island. Why is there... Is that a bot? Why was there a bot? I left a bot behind in the main base, and it's been flying after me for like half an hour, presumably, trying to deliver something, or just return, and it's just now encountered that. It's still got so far to go. Where even was it? Why was it there when I'm here? Like, oh, the entire time I was going around that, it must have been veering this way. Like, where has it been? Someone watching the video, go back and find when that went missing. I want to know how long that has been away. That's ridiculous. You shall be missed, loyal construction bots. You followed me till the very end, and encountered the one base that could destroy you. Okay, so as we were saying, like the only reason I'm here is because I discovered Factorio a week into my channel and nobody else did. And so I got my foot in the door, and used Factorio to launch my channel and go from there, and it is still a channel-defining thing. And through Factorio, I ended up working with Arumba and Stejo and Shen, and that led to me working with Avak, and then that led to Avak, what's the word? Not requesting? No, advice? No, it's not advising. What is this now? Suggesting, I think. There we go. Suggesting my addition to Roll For It. And that's how I got to there. And basically, a long series of events, mainly relying on Factorio and Avak, have got me into the position I am where I'm now at the moment, doing this essentially full-time, along with the Roll For It stuff. And sort of in a position where I could go forward and have this as a permanent job. Like, it's still in question of whether I'm going to be doing other stuff in the meantime. But we're going in that direction of me being able to just be a YouTuber and streamer for a permanent career, which is cool. Yeah, proposing is a good word. Proposing, suggesting, that sort of thing. And yeah, Railworld was the big part of all the Factorio stuff. Of like, it wasn't the first series, but it was the biggest, and definitely the longest running. Most of the existence of my channel by far. And for that reason, I was racking my brain over a send-off, because it's like, how do you send off a series that has defined it, like, everything about, like, where you are now? How do you do that? How do you end that with a big enough bang to justify everything leading up to that bang? And I was thinking about this for a while, of like, what do I do? Do I lead into another series based on the map? Do I just launch a bunch of rockets? Do I nuke everything? Do I let it be claimed by the biters? Do I fill in the lake or something? Oh god, that would have taken forever. That's a challenge I don't want to have done. Filling in the entire lake. That's a terrible idea. But eventually I realized that it doesn't need that so much. Like, I want to launch a bunch of rockets, because that's cool, and that's what I'll do in a second. But the thing is, as I was thinking about this, 0.15 came out. I think it was 0.15, maybe it was 14. Jeez, it's been a... I'm very slow, right, at getting things done. But an update came out that introduced map presets. Basically, designs for... a lot like presets for the positioning of ore and water and the frequency and everything, so that you could pick one of those and follow that sort of preset and play a particular kind of game. And so there was Deathworld, one of the game-defining... one of the defining maps of many people's playthroughs. Everyone knows what a Deathworld is. And there was Rich Resources, and there was Marathon, which was the Marathon mod's progression into being a mode that you could play in the game. And then, at the bottom of the list, when I was doing the research for the, preparing for that particular update's big, the big video for it, that I always do a couple of hours after a major update goes out, I scrolled down to the bottom of the list, and there at the bottom was Railworld. Like, to a certain extent, it is perhaps just a coincidence. It's a good name to use. But all the settings were what I have. Spaced out deposits, with more in them, and biters in peaceful mode. The one thing I complained about all through this series, that not in peaceful mode, biters in non-expanding mode, the one thing I complained about is that they were expanding too much and it was too much to deal with all the outposts I have. And here comes this update, with this map preset, which is everything that I made, precisely, and the one thing that I couldn't do when I made the map. And so I contacted the devs. I asked one of them, was this because of me? And they said that more so it was just that it was a map type that everyone was using and made sense to include. But when it came to the name, it just seemed the most fitting. So it does seem that I had an impact on it. Like, it's the name I used, and it's all the presets I used, and I'm pretty sure I was the first guy to do this, to do the whole Railworld thing of going, hey, if we space out the resources and make them more common, then it encourages using trains and gives you a train-based map. I think I was the first to go for that particular kind of thing, or at least no one else in particular made much noise about it. And so, and then from there, I know of a lot of people, both just players and YouTubers, who have told me that they have done a Railworld playthrough because of of the series that they saw on my channel. That they followed on from that. And everyone calls it a Railworld. And so it does seem like it was me, which is crazy. Coverix talked about it on a Friday Facts about optimizing the game's multiplayer. Yeah, there's been a couple things said about it, I think, and it does seem like that, ultimately that's where it's come from. Either because to a certain degree the devs took that away from the series, and to a certain degree all the players took that away, and to have had that sort of impact on a game like Factorio, one of the highest ranking games on Steam, well over 1 million copies sold. To have been in there at the beginning and to establish something that seems to have followed through to now is crazy. And this was the series that did it. This was the series with the map presets that I set in August 15th of 2014. That seem to have prevailed to this day and are now a part of the game. And that's how you send off Railworld. That's how you say goodbye by never saying goodbye. because it's always there. Basically, it's like the ending that was supposed... well, it was the intended ending for the TV show My Name is Earl, where at the very end, he's still working through his list of wrongs he has to make right, when he comes across someone else who's made the same list, because they came across someone else who'd made the same list because they'd come across him, and he realizes that he has done enough good in the world that he can leave now and tear up his list without finishing everything on it, because he's balanced out the karma and he's had a positive effect on the world. That's what I imagine when I think of this. And there he is. There was more than one bot, it would appear, that I left behind. You have returned. I am sorry that I abandoned you so. There are two. They're all gone. Are there more of them? Who knows? So yeah. Railworld will not die. It will live on forever in the game itself, and in 1,000 playthroughs across the world. And that's something to be pretty proud of. And it's been a wonderful journey. And so yeah, we don't need to end with any big fancy thing about rocket launches. We just have to... well, we don't have to end. But let's launch the rockets, because, you know, it's cool. Here we go. Okay, let's just try and quickly launch them all at once. There we go. All four launching in quick succession. Just as the train arrives. And there we have it. Perhaps not as much of a bang as I would have liked, but this was what the factory could muster, because it is time to move on. And there are many, many railworlds out there that are far more high throughput than this one. Thank you very much, unknown username. And everyone else for watching. This is where we're going to end it. And this is the last time. Except in tours of old factories that you will see Railworld. But it's definitely not the last time that you will see Railworlds. And so with that I shall say goodbye. Thank you for watching. And I shall see you next time. And I have to press this button now. There we go. Goodbye.